to the 23rd. Round Rock has not won more than 3 games in a row at any point in this 2026 campaign. Trying to change that tonight, or I guess it would be tomorrow, but a chance to win 3 in a row here. And for the Express, off to a great start in the second half. They are 5-2 in half number 2. And they are currently tied for first place in the second half standings. So, Marco Gonzalez, the left-hander, 34 years old, will toe the rubber tonight. Second start in the Rangers organization. We saw him last week in Tacoma, signed a minor league deal with Texas early last week. And this is his 4th time facing these Isotopes this year. So Zach Veen will call for time, as he normally does before each first pitch. And so Veen, the lefty bat against the lefty Gonzalez. Now he'll step in the box. Albuquerque having a great season, 42-40 record, as Gonzalez's first pitch is outside for ball 1. So first pitch coming in at 6:48 Central Time. Wind up and the 1-0. Veen squares around a bunt, and this one misses down. And so it's 2 balls and no strikes. On Rock wearing the home whites tonight, white tops and white pants. Express written on the front in navy blue with a red trim. The 2-0. And Veen taking all the way. And there's a cutter for a strike. It's 2-1. Small red numbers on the front of the jerseys, big red numerals on the back of the uniforms, and the arched navy blue nameplates on top. 2-1. And Veen tops this foul. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Express wearing the navy blue caps, top of the cap, and Bill in navy blue, that primary E-Train logo in silver on the front of these hats with a red trim around it. Defense playing for the lefty to pull, and the 2-2 to Veen. He'll take up and away, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Marco Gonzalez, his first start with the Express coming in Tacoma a little over a week ago. 4 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned. His payoff pitch. Veen swings and slaps this the other way. It's hanging up. Left fielder Zavala reaching out and corrals it. Nice job by Aaron Zavala to go towards the line, make the catch, and there's 1 down. We'll bring up Ryan Ritter. For Gonzalez, this is his 14th start of the season. It's a 7.89 ERA. Twelve of his first 14 starts coming with the El Paso Chihuahuas, as he'll kick in the first pitch here to Ryan Ritter. He'll swing away, a high fly to deep center. Going back on it, Martinez. He'll make the catch over his shoulder right before the warning track. So a couple of nice plays here from the left and center fielders. And there's 2 down in this top of the first, and it brings up Sterling Thompson. That ball well struck, 100 miles an hour off the bat of Ritter, but it's allowed out. And now Thompson, who homered in the 9th inning yesterday, his 5th of the season, pulled Albuquerque to within 1 as this first pitch from Gonzalez is upstairs for ball 1. Josh Spores able to bear down, strike out Charlie Condon to end the game and get Round Rock a victory in the series opener. 1-0. A swing and a line drive down the left field side, and this baseball skipping towards the fence. Zavala will grab it at the base of the wall. Thompson will round first, his helmet in his left hand here as he runs to second. And it's a 2-out double for Sterling Thompson. So Thompson extends his on-base streak to 29 games. So he's aboard, and it'll bring up Charlie Condon. Well, the Isotopes have great numbers against Gonzalez this year. As we mentioned, in the 3 previous starts against Albuquerque for Gonzalez, left-hander has allowed 15 earned runs as this first pitch is in for strike 1. 28 hits for Albuquerque, and it's a .528 average against Gonzalez this year. Gets ahead 0-1 here to Condon. A look at second in the pitch, and that's up and away. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. The arsenal for Marco is a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a cutter, and a curveball. Stand tall, first base side of the mound. A look at second, and the 1-1. Swung on and fouled back, and it's 1-2. And Gonzalez, who has had plenty of success in the big leagues, former first-round pick by the Cardinals in 2013, a career 66-50 record as a major leaguer, 4.16 ERA in the big leagues. Over 900 innings on the mound in the major leagues. As this 1-2 is high, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gonzalez, who has pitched for the Cardinals, the Mariners, and the Pirates. The majority of his career coming with Seattle. 2-2. That's outside, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. No score, top of the first. 2-out double from Sterling Thompson, so he builds his lead off the second base bag. Gonzalez with the payoff pitch, and here it is. And Condon swings, and that's a fly ball to deep left. On the move, Zavala going out to the warning track. This one's off the top of the fence, and Karem's back towards center. Condon rounding second, heading for third. The throw from Martinez is late. It's an RBI triple here for Charlie Condon. Albuquerque has a 1-0 lead in this top of the first. He could have used that last night. He was a triple shy of the cycle. But he'll grab one here in this first inning. So Sterling Thompson is 2-out double to extend the frame. Allows Condon to come up and drive him in. And so now it's Jordan Beck to bat. Left down right here as Gonzalez holds around his belt. And the first offering. And Beck waves at this changeup. And it's 0-1. Well, Marco Gonzalez has sensational numbers in this ballpark going back to 2014. His first appearance here at Dell Diamond, August 2nd of 2014. 0-1. A swing and a miss. Went back to the changeup there, and it's 0-2. It came while Gonzalez was pitching for AAA Memphis. But he's made 7 appearances and 6 starts in this ballpark. The 0-2. That's down and away. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. And he's got the lowest ERA of any opposing pitcher that has made 5 or more starts at Dell Diamond since 2005. It's a 2.52 ERA here in this ballpark. His 1-2 pitch. Swing, and this one fouled back. So Beck will stay alive. Albuquerque just took a 1-0 lead on a Charlie Condon triple. He's off of third, walking lead right now. Gonzalez, space side of the mound. Hold, kick, and deliver. Swing and a grounder, first base side. This one off the end of the bat will roll foul. Here's the defense behind Gonzalez tonight. Diego Castillo is over at third. Caber Rodriguez playing shortstop. John Taylor is the second baseman. Jonah Bright is at first. In left, it's Aaron Zavala. In center, Orlando Martinez. And in right field, it's Trevor Hauver. Cooper Johnson does the catching. Gonzalez ready to toss in another 1-2. Here it comes. That's inside. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, this Albuquerque offense has been one of the best in the Pacific Coast League this year. They've been led by Zach Veen and Charlie Condon, but Sterling Thompson also part of that group, helping lead the way and pace this team. 2-2, swing and a miss. Went upstairs with a heater. Beck went after it. It was right by him. So a run on 2 hits, 1 left on for Albuquerque. Home half of the first inning from Dell Diamond. Albuquerque 1, Round Rock nothing. It'll be Aaron Zavala to lead things off. Zavala, Trevor Hauver, Diego Castillo to face Ryan Miller, who was the opener tonight. Miller, who has been coming out of the bullpen this season, 30 appearances. This is his 3rd start. But again, do not expect him to go very long in this game as the first pitch to Zavala. And it's right over the heart of the plate for strike 1. Albuquerque scores a run in the top of the inning thanks to Charlie Condon's triple. So the Isotopes strike first, the 0-1. And that's above the zone. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. So Miller, 30 years old, 6th round pick by the Arizona Diamondbacks in 2018. the Clemson product, is 1-1. Swinging a broken bat roller. Off the mound comes Miller. He'll glove it and take it to the bag himself. Races over there, beats Zavala, and there's one away. And so that will bring up Trevor Hauver. So Hauver will stand in. We've got Leonard back in the building here. Does he want to come on air? He says no. All right, the legend that is Leonard Kaderka. So here's Hauver. First pitch to Trevor. He'll swing away, pulls this on the ground. Second baseman right there for Amador. He can take his sweet time before tossing on to first. 2 quick outs here for Miller. So Miller this season, it's a 1-2 record and an 8.25 ERA, but you look at what he's done lately. He's been much better in the month of June. 5 scoreless innings over his last 3 appearances. Right on right here as Diego Castillo hops in. And the first pitch, Diego will take a cold strike. It's a slider at 88. Miller working quickly, nods his head yes. Kick and deal. Castillo swings a liner. Might have touched the glove of the pitcher, but bounces up to the second baseman, Amador, and he'll sling on to first. Quick inning here for Ryan Miller. Albuquerque and Round Rock heading to this top of the second. Isotopes score a run in the top of the first, and then Ryan Miller, the opener tonight for Albuquerque. 6 pitches, 3 ground ball outs. And so now Marco Gonzalez has to quickly hit back out to the mound. Round Rock's starting pitcher. Retired the first 2 he faced in that first, then a double for Sterling Thompson, followed by a Charlie Condon triple. So the first pitch to Adael Amador, and he comes up hacking. Chops this foul into the Round Rock dugout, third base side, and it's 0-1. So Amador playing in his 58th game of the year tonight. 5 homers and 39 RBIs. Gonzalez, first base side of the rubber, is 0-1. Swing, and this one hooked foul down that third base side. So 2 pitches and 2 baseballs that Amador is way out in front of. And he broke his bat on that second foul ball. It was a changeup down. And so he'll head over to the Albuquerque dugout and grab a new piece of lumber here. Mentioned it in that first inning, but Marco Gonzalez's first appearance in this ballpark coming August 2nd, 2014. The Memphis Redbirds were the AAA affiliate, still are the AAA affiliate of the St. Louis Cardinals. They fell that night 5-2 as Gonzalez earned a no decision. He was great as this pitch is low. And it's a ball and 2 strikes to Amador. It was only the 4th AAA start for Marco Gonzalez. Struck out 7 and did not walk anybody in that outing as the 1-2 pitch. And Amador swings and sends this high in the sky to deep center. But backing up on it is Martinez. He'll camp out and make the catch. Adael Amador is retired. 1 away here in this second inning, and it brings up Connor Capel. Some notable names in the lineup for the Memphis Redbirds in this box score. Tommy Pham was the leadoff hitter for Memphis. He went 1 for 4 with a run scored. Randall Grichuk was playing left field for Memphis. Stephen Piscotty was the right fielder. This first pitch from Gonzalez to Capel will miss for ball 1. Xavier Scruggs was at first base, and it was Pete Cosma, the shortstop, as this ball is turned on down the right field line, hooking into the corner, but foul. And so it's a ball and a strike. Again, this is 2014 at Dell Diamond, a game that Round Rock won 5-2, despite a great effort from Marco Gonzalez. It is 1-1. Capel swings a fly ball out towards right center. Martinez, the center fielder, circling around it, streaking in the right fielder Haver, and it's Trevor Haver to make the catch. 2 fly ball outs to begin this top of the second here. 1-0 the lead for Albuquerque. And now it's Nick Kent to bat for the Isotopes. It was a complete game for Robbie Ross Jr. for the Express on August 2nd, 2014, opposing Gonzalez as Marco pounds the zone here with a changeup for strike one. And Robbie Ross Jr., who went on to pitch for the Rangers from 2012 to 2014, is the 0-1 pitch. And Kent fouls this back, and it's 0-2. Also pitched for the Red Sox in 15, 16, and then 8 games in 17. Had some great years in Boston out of their bullpen. And had some great years with the Rangers as well. And he was in his debut season in 2012 as a 23-year-old. The 0-2, and this one's chopped. 2-hopper to the shortstop. Rodriguez chest high hop, and he'll fire on to first. It's a 1-2-3 top of the second for Round Rock's Marco Gonzalez. It's a 1-0 lead for the Isotopes. It'll be Jonah Bride to get things started. So Ryan Miller back out to the mound. Albuquerque's opener tonight, a 6-pitch first frame, and his first offering here to Bride is a fastball up and in for ball one. Jonah Bride hitting .273. He's got 9 homers and 43 RBIs. Miller kicks in the 1-0. Bride swings off the end of the bat, floats this to shallow center. Backpedaling out second baseman Amador. He gets the spot and pulls it down for out number 1. So a run in that top of the first for the Isotopes, thanks to Charlie Condon, tripled off the top of the wall, was about 2 feet from getting out of here. So that's where we're at right now in this home half of the second, and last night's hero, John Taylor, hops in. Taylor, a grand slam in the 8th inning. As Miller's first offering is inside for ball 1. It was a go-ahead grand slam for John. Round Rock took a 9-6 lead. They'd hang on for a 9-8 win yesterday. The pitch, and Taylor will take above the zone. It's 2 balls and no strikes. For Taylor, it was his 3rd homer of the year. He's up to 13 RBIs now. 2-0. That's a called strike. Fastball on 91. And it's 2-1. And Taylor said that was not the pitch he was looking for. It was a hanging breaking ball. But he rifled it into the Albuquerque bullpen in right center. 2-1. Fouled straight back, and it's 2-2. Last night in our post-game interview with John, mentioned Cam Cauley and how cool it was to see Cam make his Major League debut on Monday. So listen to Cam's interview with Jared Sandler as the 2-2, and this one's just inside. Close pitch, no challenge from the catcher Betancourt of Albuquerque, and it's 3-2. And Cam had quite the travel day just getting to Cleveland. Payoff pitch, a swing and a high hopper. First baseman waiting back on it, Condon. He'll flip to the pitcher covering the bag. And there's 2 away. So that'll bring up Orlando Martinez. Cauley, who got the call Sunday morning bright and early. Josh Bonifay, Rangers Director of Player Development, had to call the hotel phone. I believe it was Jonah Bride who answered it. Those two were rooming together, and then Bride handed it over to Cam. And he found out at about 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time that he was going up to the big leagues. It's the first pitch here to Orlando Martinez, and Miller fires in a fastball for strike 1. And it sounded like Cam had a layover in Chicago, but they had to divert to Milwaukee because of weather. And so he ended up in Milwaukee, was there for quite a while, and then realized that as the 0-1, and Martinez takes up top, it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Realized that his flight was going to be canceled. He had to go to another airline to get to Cleveland, but all of his stuff was still going to be on the previous airline that he had flown from Seattle as Martinez fouls this back, and it's 1-2. Ended up making it to Cleveland, and of course, we know how the story finishes up with a triple on a Monday night against the Guardians on national television. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Orlando Martinez. 2 down in this bottom of the second. Albuquerque 1, Round Rock nothing. The kick in the pitch. It runs inside. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Martinez up from Double-A Frisco, playing in just his second game with the Express. Made his E-Train debut yesterday. The 2-2. Fouled out of play, third base side. And we'll get another 2-2 pitch coming up here from Ryan Miller. Miller is no stranger to this ballpark. He was pitching in the Detroit Tigers organization last year, and he was with AAA Toledo when they came to Del Diamond for interleague play. That was the opening homestand of Round Rock season. 2-2. Martinez swings and zips this the opposite way for a clean single. So there's the first base runner for Round Rock. After Miller retired the first 5 that he faced, it's Martinez singling over the third baseman and into left, and it brings up Cooper Johnson. But Ryan Miller threw a scoreless 9th and 10th inning for Toledo back on April 3rd of last year in a game that Toledo would hang on in the 12th inning to win. The only batter, as Johnson squares around a bunt, puts this right out in front of the catcher. It's a fair ball. Bencourt picks it up and fires on to first.
Lexi, give me driving directions from home to downtown Bar District.
Autocorrect. Suggest Uber. Pick up. Home. Drop off downtown Bar District.
No, I'm driving.
Suggest the Metro bus. Departing in 12 minutes.
Point taken, Lexi. We'll grab a ride.
If you drink, don't drive. Decide to ride. Brought to you in partnership by Anheuser-Busch, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and Uber.
Rock 'em with the Round Rock Express at Del Diamond. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, and food specials make every game a blast. Get your tickets now at RoundRockExpress.com. Back at Del Diamond, Round Rock trails Albuquerque. It's 1-0. Marco Gonzalez returns to the mound for the Express. He'll face 9-1-2 in this top of the third. So it's Brian Betancourt who made a nice play behind the plate to end the bottom of the second. Gonzalez, who misfired with his first pitch, finds the zone here with a fastball, and it's a ball and a strike. Well, Albuquerque scoring in the top of the first as Gonzalez winds and delivers. And Betancourt swings a fly ball to deep left. This will carry. Zavala going out. Warning track wall, and it's gone. Brian Betancourt, Albuquerque's catcher. It's his first hit of the season here with the Topes, and it's a long ball. It's 2-0 Albuquerque in this top of the third. Goes to the opposite field. A cutter that was up in the zone. Wind blowing out to left just like it was yesterday. And that one carries out of here. So Betancourt makes a nice play in the bottom of the second. And then starts off the top of the third with a homer. 22-year-old up from Double-A Hartford. His first Triple-A hit is a home run. Brings up Zach Veen now. So Veen hops in, left on left here, as Gonzalez will wind up at his first pitch. And Veen way out in front on a curveball. It's 0-1. So Betancourt 0 for 10 to start his Triple-A life, but then leaves the building out to left field as the 0-1. And again, Veen, big cut right through a curveball, same spot. It's 0-2. There's action out in the Albuquerque bullpen as we expected. 0-2. Down and away, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Ryan Miller, the opener tonight. Fantastic for the Isotopes. 2 scoreless innings. Gonzalez ready. His 1-2. Did Veen go around, and he made contact on that. Just barely skimmed his bat. Cooper Johnson, catcher, could not hang on. So he'll stay at a ball and 2 strikes. 2-0 Albuquerque, top of the third. Veen, who's hitting .327 this year, and coming into tonight, 4 for 7 against Gonzalez with a homer. 1-2. Waved at. So Marco Gonzalez going with off-speed pitches here to Veen through one fastball, but it was mainly curveballs and changeups. Strikes out Veen, and there's one away. Second strikeout tonight for Gonzalez, and it brings up Ryan Ritter. Ritter flew out to the center fielder Martinez in the first inning. And the first pitch. And that's in for strike one. First pitch changeup. Ritter's first inning flyout off his bat 100 miles an hour. 0-1. That's low. And so it's a ball and a strike. Runs, 3 hits, no errors for Albuquerque. No runs a hit, no errors for Round Rock. 1-1. That's off the plate away. 2 balls and a strike. And all 3 hits for the Isotopes have gone for extra bases in this game. The kick and the 2-1 pitch. Ritter swings, pounds it on the ground. Shortstop Rodriguez up a step, gobbles it up, quickly fires on to first. And there's 2 away. Brings up Sterling Thompson. Thompson doubled and scored a run in the first inning. He's got 5 home runs this year, 33 RBIs, an on-base percentage of .474. Just ridiculous. Is a swing and a miss here, and it's 0-1. League average in the PCL is about .360. 474 out of this world. 0-1. Thompson takes up and in. And so it's 1 ball and 1 strike. There's the windup and the 1-1 pitch. Thompson swings a fly ball to left. Going back, Zavala, center fielder going out, Martinez. Martinez at the wall, and this one ends up in the Round Rock bullpen. It's a solo shot for Sterling Thompson. His second in as many days, and Albuquerque's lead is 3-0 in the top of the third. It'll be the 6th of the year for Thompson. And again, got it up into the jet stream. Looked like a fly out to deep left, but just kept carrying. And so 3-0 Topes. Second homer of the inning. Betancourt had one to start it off, and now it's Thompson here with 2 away. Some tough luck for Marco Gonzalez as the first pitch to Charlie Condon. And he'll swing away and crank this high into the sky. Deep left field, no doubt about that one. Into the Round Rock bullpen again. It's back-to-back homers for Albuquerque. Condon has his 19th of the season. And it'll be a 4-0 lead for the Isotopes. And he's homered in back-to-back games. Third long ball of the inning. Brings up Jordan Beck. The one before that Thompson hit, you thought off the bat it was a long fly ball to the left fielder Zavala and would stay in the yard. This is his first pitch to Beck, and he'll swing and pop this up. Center field, this will stay in the yard. Martinez.
0100, Baker Matthews Law Collective, proud partner of the Round Rock Express.
The doctors at Dell Children's call Austin home. Call your family, neighbors. We've been here from the start to help your babies grow stronger, to keep their hearts happy, to lean on when life takes an unexpected turn. Dell Children's is always growing to support your family's needs. We've got you, Austin.
We'll head to this home half for the third. 4-0 right now. Albuquerque has the lead. So Austin wins. Will start things out for the Express. It'll be 8-9-1 due-up. Wins Caber Rodriguez and Aaron Zavala. And a new pitcher into the game. It's the southpaw Mason Green. He'll kick in the 1-0. And this one's up and in. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. So 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Albuquerque. No runs, a hit, and no errors for Round Rock. Ryan Miller, 2 scoreless frames as the opener tonight. And the 2-0. That's not close, up and away. And it'll be 3 balls and no strikes. 3 solo homers in the top of the third for the Topes to push their lead to 4-0. And Round Rock was in a similar spot last night. They trailed for nearly the entire game for a late comeback. 3-0. And that's up and out, ball 4. So Wins draws a walk here to start off this third against a new arm. Miller was great. 6-pitch first inning. Back out from that second. Had to work a little harder, but inside of a 2-out single from Orlando Martinez, did not have any trouble. And Caber Rodriguez will bat. For the Express, they had 4 comeback wins in the month of June. And June, by far, the club's best month so far. First pitch here to Caber, and that one's above the zone for ball 1. Round Rock finished June 13-12. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. And this one off the plate, down and away, 2-0. So it's 6 straight outside of the zone here for Mason Green. Just came out of this Albuquerque bullpen. Brian Betancourt will go out here and talk to the left-hander. Green this season, a 3-2 record, a 4.54 ERA. But it's 24 walks in his 37 2/3 of work. He has struck out 39. And Round Rock, who has mashed left-handed pitching all season long. Express have been terrific against lefties this year, hitting over 270. OPS of north of 760. Here's the 2-0 to Caber. And he'll take bottom of the zone for a strike, and no challenge here. Maybe he would use a challenge to see if it was a 7th straight pitch outside the zone, but it was squarely a strike. So 2-1. Look at first. And now he'll throw that direction. Wins able to get back to the bag. What an addition Austin Wins has been. DHing tonight, he walks here in his first plate appearance. Enters tonight 6 for his first 13. And a 2-1. And that's in there for a strike. A slider bends in through the front door, and it's 2-2. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Albuquerque. No runs, a hit, no errors for Round Rock. Look over at first base and the pitch. And that's in the dirt. And it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Train rumbling by on East Palm Valley Boulevard right now. So an important pitch coming up here from Green. After issuing a walk on 4 pitches to start this bottom of the third. Green, the 27-year-old out of Central Missouri, 12th round pick in 2021 by the Rockies. Payoff pitch. And that one is down and out, ball 4. So it's back-to-back walks here for Wins and Rodriguez. And now 2 on with nobody out. And it'll bring up Aaron Zavala. Zavala grounded out to the pitcher to start this game. Zavala just missed his 5th homer of the year last night. He thought it was gone. So did we up here in the press box. Deep down that right field line, but was caught at the wall. First pitch, he'll try and lay a bunt down and tops it foul. It's 0-1. And then Trevor Hover had a similar baseball hit out to right field later in the game. And his was caught at the wall as well. The wind certainly not helping left-handed hitters unless you're trying to go to the opposite field. But you go to the pull side, it's going to be tough to lift one out of here. The 0-1. That's down, and it's a ball and a strike. Although John Taylor cut it right through the wind for his grand slam in the 8th inning. Albuquerque 4, Round Rock nothing, home half of the 3rd. And on first and second for the Express with nobody out for Aaron Zavala. Look at second base. And now stepping off the back of the mound, that's a balk here. So Green with a balk, and now it's second and third with nobody out. See if Zavala can bring home a run or two. Third baseman up on the grass, Kent, right now. And the pitch, and Zavala stings this to left. Coming in on it, Beck, he'll make the catch. Tagging from third wins. The throw to the plate up the first base side. It's a sacrifice fly for Aaron Zavala. And Round Rock has their first run of the night. Now a 4-1 Albuquerque lead in this bottom of the 3rd. Zavala, RBI number 29 of his season, staying put at second base. Caber Rodriguez to that block. Ends up being costly. And here comes Trevor Hover. They're going to check over at third to see if possibly Wins left early. And he did not give the safe sign, and so keep that run on the board. It's the first pitch to Trevor Hover, and that one will miss for ball 1. So Hover, who rounded out to the second baseman in the first inning. Look over at second base. Tanner will kick and deal. Trevor swings, another ground ball to the second baseman. Amador to a need to field this, and now fires on to first. So Hover 0 for 2. This will advance Rodriguez to third base. And with 2 away, Diego Castillo will bat. Well, this is the right guy to have up with 2 outs and a man on third. You know he's most likely going to put the ball in play. Castillo, who's last 10 games have not been with a strikeout. I'll have to say he has not struck out in his last 10. First pitch here to Diego is down and in for ball 1. Castillo all season long has done a nice job just making contact. He's got a strikeout rate this season of 9.9%. It's the 3rd lowest in the league. Just hardly ever punches out. Pitch, and he'll swing and chop this left side. Shortstop on the backhand. Ritter long throw across. It's up the line. The tag does not catch Castillo. He gets around it. Rodriguez able to score from third. And Round Rock has cut this Albuquerque lead in half. It's a 4-2 game now. Well, Ritter going well over to his right. That's a tough play. And Castillo just ahead of the tag there from Condon, who had come off the bag. So it'll be a single here for Castillo and an RBI. And the first pitch to Jonah Bride. And he'll take a strike at the bottom of the zone. It's 0-1. Well, Jonah's been dominating left-handed pitching this year. He's got an opportunity here to keep this bottom of the 3rd going. And the 0-1. And that's down, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. For Bride this season against lefties, batting .386, He's got an OPS over 1,100, and 7 of his 9 homers have come against Southpaws. And the 1-1. That'll take down and in, and it's 2 balls and a strike. 4-2 Albuquerque as we're in this home half of the third. Mason Green just took over for the Topes. 21st pitch of the inning coming up. Here it is. That's low, and it's 3-1. Got the lefty John Taylor in the on-deck circle. Find a slightly open stance here. Green looking over at first. Castillo barely off the bag, and the pitch. And that's down and in, ball 4. A third walk issued this inning from Mason Green, and now it'll be first and second with 2 outs for John Taylor. And Taylor, of course, with the grand slam last night. Greg Bjornsson will head out to the mound here and talk with the lefty about how to attack Taylor. Don't forget the Express return here tomorrow, game number 3 of the series. It's Bork in the Park night. Visit rrexpress.com/dogs for more details about our dog-friendly games. It's also Thrifty Thursday, so you can save on select tickets and food and beverage around the ballpark. Head to our daily promotions page for more details. Here in this home half of the third inning, Round Rock has scored twice. A sac fly from Aaron Zavala, and Diego Castillo with an infield single to bring home a second run. Left down left, a look back at second. And the first pitch here to Taylor, and that one was down and away for ball 1. So JT's average at 214, but getting on base at a 375 clip. Stare over at second, 1-0. Fastball for a strike, and it's 1-1. Taylor played his collegiate baseball at Louisiana Lafayette, went the independent route out of college after he went undrafted, did not sign with anybody. 1-1. He swings away and slices this foul and out of play. And it'll be 1-2. So Taylor, who played independent baseball right after his time at Louisiana Lafayette, 32 games for the Trenton Thunder of the MLB Draft League, was with the Milwaukee Milkmen as well, the American Association. 1-2, a swing and a fly ball to left. Beck, the left fielder, back a step, now in a step, and he'll make the catch. So it'll be 2 runs on 1 Round Rock hit. They will leave.
Who's the man in a white plumbing van?
Roto-Rooter man.
Who's the dude who clears your drain of food?
Marco Gonzalez back out to the mound for Round Rock as we go to this top half of the 4th inning. Anael Amador to lead things out for Albuquerque. 4 runs, 5 hits, and no errors for the Isotopes. 2 runs, 2 hits, and no errors for the Express. Gonzalez 1-0 pitch, and that's in for a strike, and it's 1-1. So the Express get 2 back. Zavala, sac fly, Diego Castillo, an RBI single. And so now Amador in the box here to face Gonzalez. As we mentioned earlier, this is the 7th start for Gonzalez in this ballpark, as he'll miss with his 1-1 above the zone 2-1. But it's the first time he has pitched for the Express. And the 2-1. That's up and away. 3 balls and a strike. Gonzalez, who did not pitch in 2025, was recovering from surgery on his flexor tendon and his UCL. The 3-1. Amador swings and sends this high in the air, deep center field. Martinez going back on it. He'll stop and make the catch in front of the warning track. Out for Anael Amador. That one hit hard at nearly 97 miles an hour. But it's caught, and Connor Capel will step in. Capel flew out to right in the second inning. Gonzalez trying to get through 4 here. Hopefully come back out for a 5th. 10 seasons in the big leagues for Marco Gonzalez. As his first pitch, it's rolled up the middle. Shortstop on the first base side is second. Rodriguez gloves, takes his time and tosses over. There's out number 2. Brings up Nick Kent. Kent grounded out to the shortstop in the second inning. So he bats from the right side against the lefty Gonzalez. Kent having a fine season. 10 homers. He's got 37 RBIs. Gonzalez first pitch, and this one is roped foul down that third base side. And it's 0-1. Kent, the 26-year-old, 11th round pick in 2021 by the Rockies out of the University of Virginia. There's the turn and the 1-strike pitch. A swing and a fly ball down the left field side, but this one will curve up into the stands and out of play. And it's 0-2. Gonzalez gets ahead. A chance at a quick inning here in this 4th. Kent will ask for time before the 0-2 pitch. Gonzalez rocks. He'll kick and deal. And it's a ground ball wrapped to the third baseman. On the backhand, Castillo. Long throw across, and it's there just in time. So 1, 2, 3, 4th for Marco Gonzalez. And we'll travel to the home half. Round Rock down by 2 runs. It's 4-2 Albuquerque on Sports Radio. AM 1300 The Zone and the free iHeartRadio app. 6, 7, and 8 due up. It'll be Orlando Martinez to try and get things going. He singled back in the second inning. Martinez, who went 1 for 4 in his Express debut yesterday. So Mason Green back out to the mound here for the Isotopes. And his first pitch is in there for strike 1. So Martinez, who was having a splendid season with Double-A Frisco before his promotion yesterday. Part of that group that won the first half title in the Texas League. This 0-1 runs inside. It's a ball and a strike. In 70 games with the Rough Riders, was hitting .270, had 9 homers, had driven in 43. And the 1-1. He'll take a strike, and it's 1-2. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Albuquerque tonight. 2 runs, 2 hits, and no errors for Round Rock. Sun setting behind us right now. Right fielder Thompson still in the sunshine. We'll have to fight that off here for another inning. 1-2. And this is swung on and lifted to left. A liner, but right there forward is back. Martinez is retired. So that will bring up Cooper Johnson. Cooper trying to sneak a bunt down back in the second inning. But Ryan Bencourt, the catcher, was all over it. Came right out, grabbed it with a glove, actually, instead of the bare hand. It looked like it was about to roll foul, but he knew how close it was to him. He wanted to grab it in fair territory. It was an easy out. If he did, it did stay fair, and he would throw out Johnson at first as this first pitch is down for ball 1. So Cooper coming off a great month of June. And on the season, 7 home runs, had 6 all of last year as this 1-0 is off the plate, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. At .265 last month, but plenty of extra base hits in there. Nobody on. 1 away, Johnson the batter in the 2-0. It's a called strike. Goes to his slider, and it's now 2-1. Mason Green, the Central Missouri products. 6th pro season, all of them coming with the Rockies. It's 2-1. Down and out, and it's 3 balls and a strike. Spent the majority of last year with AA Hartford. 36 games and 8 starts, had a 4.22 ERA. Tossed 70 and a third last season for the Yard Goats. And the 3-1. That's above the zone. It's ball 4. So Cooper draws a 1-out walk. Green has issued 4 walks in this outing. 3 in that third. And now a 4th coming in this bottom of the 4th. Round Rock trailing it 4-2. And Austin Wynns will bat. Wynns walked and scored a run in the 3rd inning. He's got hits in all 4 games since joining this team. Fresno State product. Cooper barely off the bag. And the first pitch. And Wynns will take a breaking ball for strike 1. So 3 catchers on this roster right now for the Express. Wynns, Cooper Johnson, and Jose Herrera. And it was Johnson and Herrera for most of April, May, and part of June before Wynns joined the club as the 0-1s up and out, 1-1. But to start the season, if you remember, Willie McIver was also part of the catching room for the Express until McIver was DFA'd by the Rangers and claimed by the Toronto Blue Jays, and he's been playing for AAA Buffalo this year. 1-1. That's in there for a strike. Slider, and it's 1-2. And so the Rangers go out, they sign Wynns to a minor league deal last week. He's played this year in the big leagues with the A's and the Braves. Now the 1-2. A swing and a ground ball, foul, third base side. And Wynns is no stranger to the Pacific Coast League. He has appeared for Salt Lake, for Albuquerque, and for Sacramento in his career. And he was in this ballpark a little over a month ago with the Salt Lake Bees. And he had a big series. He was 4 for 9 with a homer and 3 RBIs that week. 1-2. Fouls this back. So Wynns battling against the lefty Mason Green. The 6th pitch is coming up to Wynns. Homered in last night's game. 419 feet out to left. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Challenged him up and in with a heater. And Green with a punch out. It's his first of the night. And so there's 2 away, and it'll bring up Keber Rodriguez. Keber walked and scored a run in the 3rd inning. Green straightens. Now kick and fire. And Rodriguez chases this one in the dirt. And it's by him 0-1. Round Rock turning the page to the second half. They opened up half number 2 last week at Tacoma. Took 4 of 6 games in a wild series that featured a brawl on Friday night. Suspensions handed out for both teams as the 0-1, and Rodriguez jammed and fouls this back. And it's 0-2. We talked with manager Kyle Moore on Saturday after both benches cleared. Felt like it certainly was a moment that could bring the group together. And after dropping Saturday's contest, Round Rock came back Sunday and won the series. Which was impressive considering Saturday, after Patrick Wisdom hit 3 homers the day after, he was the one who was right in the middle of that brawl. As the 0-2, Rodriguez pops it up down the right field side. This one will twist up into the stands and out of play, so it'll stay at 0-2. Wisdom came back and backed things up with his play on the field. Hit those 3 home runs, all of them no doubters. And Jonathan Diaz had a perfect game going into the 6th inning. But Round Rock turned the page and came back Sunday, picked up a victory in the series finale to take that series from Tacoma, a place that has been tough to win at for Round Rock over the years. As a throw over to first, and Johnson dives back to the bag. The Express were 3-12 in Tacoma since the start of the 24 season. They changed things with a series win over the Mariners AAA affiliate. 0-2 is high. It's a ball and 2 strikes. 4 runs, 5 hits, and no errors for Albuquerque. 2 runs, 2 hits, and no errors for Round Rock. The set. And now the 1-2. A swing and a ground ball to the second baseman. Amador stepped to his left, gloves, and tosses on to first for the final out of this 4th inning. No runs, no hits, 1 left on for Round Rock. We're through 4 tonight. It's the Isotopes 4, the Express 2 on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and the free iHeartRadio app.
At Baker Matthews Law Collective, we know Austin.
And we've got a special guest, Connor Mason, joining us here to provide some scoreboard updates. Connor, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good.
Good to have you here. Still haven't been able to recognize you with the new haircut. It looks good.
Thank you.
Gonzalez, first pitch here to Ryan Benton. Corey goes after it, slowly rolls at second baseman. Taylor gobbles it up. Short toss on to first. 1 away on 1 pitch. So Marco Gonzalez, who worked a 1-2-3 fourth. 1 pitch, 1 out here in this 5th. 5 up, 5 down now, going back to the end of the 3rd inning. All right, let's hit that first scoreboard update.
So I got some sad news.
Uh-oh.
The Texas Rangers fell to the Guardians 9-4 in the series finale at Progressive Field. Hope they're still in first place.
That is some sad news. We don't like to hear that. Some day baseball today in Cleveland. So the Rangers will return home. It's felt like they've been on the road forever as Zach Veen swings and misses at this first pitch. I've got a stat for you, Connor. You want to hear it?
Go ahead.
All right, let me pull it up here because I saw this earlier today on X, the Everything app. 1 second. Give me a moment here. Gonzalez will wind up and the 0-1 to Veen. He'll square on a bunt, pull back. And so the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. All right, here we go. We'll give it to you after this 1-1 pitch. This is called a tease in the business, Connor. 1-1. That's a bunt down the third base side. It'll skip foul. And so it's 1-2. Rangers wrapped up their 3rd and final 3-city trip of the season today. 50 road games through 87 team games for the Rangers is the 2nd most in franchise history. And the 2026 Rangers will be the first team since the 2017 White Sox to play 50 road games in their first 87. And the Rangers this year, the White Sox in 2017, and the 2000 Orioles are the only teams this century to do so. So that gives you an idea of how much Texas has been on the road, as this is a 1-hopper to Taylor. Second baseman.
I wouldn't want to be paying that hotel bill.
Slings on to first, and there's 2 away. Yeah, that's a good call. So Texas has been on the road a whole bunch. All right, Connor, give us the next scoreboard update.
The Chicago Cubs homered 8 times in their 23-3 football score of the San Diego Padres.
All right, so 3 touchdowns and a safety for the
Yeah,
Cubs today.
and a field goal.
Gonzalez, first pitch here to Ryan Ritter is fouled back, and it's 0-1. What else happened today?
The Detroit Tigers beat the New York Yankees 6-2 in extra innings.
And how about the Orioles and White Sox? What happened there?
The Orioles snapped their 4-game losing streak after their 6-1 victory over the White Sox.
Ryan Ritter will single here with 2 outs to keep this top of the 5th alive. Albuquerque with a 4-2 lead right now. And that'll bring up Sterling Thompson. All right, you've got one more score for us. Let's hear it.
have two. The Washington Nationals took out of the three from the Boston Red Sox with a 10-2 win at Fenway Park.
Okay. You got one more score?
And U.S. is winning against Bosnia.
All right, there we go. I like that scoreboard update. That was not on the sheet here. Is this first
with lots of injuries.
Called strike here to Thompson, 0-1. Okay, so 1-0 score right now. That's great to hear. We've been watching a lot of baseball up here, so I haven't been able to keep tabs on the soccer game as much as I'd like. 0-1. Whiff from Thompson, and it's 0-2. How much time left, you know?
I think they're in the 52nd minute.
Okay. All right, 52nd minute. You know who scored that first goal?
Number 20.
Okay. All right.
A soccer player.
A soccer player. I love that. It's the right answer. 0-2 is down and out, 1-2. Any other updates for us?
No, happy 4th.
Happy 4th to you. We'll miss you this weekend, but I appreciate all you do. That was your best scoreboard update of the year. That was
Thank you.
Good stuff. All right, that's Connor Mason. Thanks, Connor.
You're welcome.
Jay Favors will provide scoreboard updates here through the rest of the week. Go over to first and back to the bag goes Ritter. 4 runs on 6 hits. No errors for Albuquerque. 2 runs, 2 hits, and no errors for Round Rock tonight. 2-out single just now from Ritter keeps this inning. Aaron Zavala to lead things off as we go to this home half of the 5th. Mason Green back out to the mound here for Albuquerque. The lefty's first pitch to Zavala is in there for strike 1. Starts him off with a slider. So 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Albuquerque. It's 2 runs, 2 hits, and no errors for Round Rock. The set, and Green's 0-1. This one is fouled back, and the count is 0-2. So the Express scoring 2 times in that bottom of the 3rd. A sac fly from Zavala and an RBI single from Diego Castillo. And Marco Gonzalez might be coming back out for the 6th inning. Looked like the Express had somebody warming, but now nobody throwing out there in that bullpen. 0-2. And Zavala takes strike 3. He knew it. And so Green with his 2nd strikeout. Green took over in that 3rd frame. He has walked 4 in this outing. That brings up Trevor Hopper. Hopper has grounded out twice to the 2nd baseman. And wind still howling out to left field tonight. And the first pitch. And Trevor will take a fastball for strike 1. So Green comes out here in this bottom of the 5th and is attacking the zone. We'll have this Dayton Nolan Ryan history coming up at the top of the 6th inning. So we take a look back at July 1st, 1985. 0-1, and it's another ground ball to the 2nd baseman. Amador, easy play. Tosses on to first, and there's 2 down. Sounded like maybe a broken bat there for Trevor. And so Diego Castillo will step in. Castillo singled and drove in a run in the 3rd inning. I mentioned it earlier in the broadcast that Round Rock is currently tied for 1st place. We're going to pretend that Las Vegas doesn't even exist here in the 2nd half because they are the 1st half champion. As Green's first pitch, it's up and out for ball 1. If Las Vegas wins half number 2, it is the team that finishes it in 2nd place in the 2nd half that will head to the postseason. So 1-0 the count. And Castillo. And the pitch is at the top of the zone for a strike. And it's 1-1. 4-2 game, Albuquerque the lead. Castillo, 317 on the year. 1-1. He swings and chops it foul into the Round Rock dugout, 3rd base line. And the count moves to 1-2. left-hander all the way on that third base side of the rubber. Tan-colored glove on, puts the baseball into it, set around his midsection. No kick and fire. That's in the dirt, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Diego Castillo has not struck out in his last 10 games. Remember, he was playing in the Mexican League to start the year. First month of the year is the 2-2, and this one tapped on the grass. Third baseman up to get it. Gloving Kent and throws on the move. It's a nice play from Nick Kent. Returns here for this top of the 6th. The left-hander who's at 69 pitches right now. Opportunity to go 6 frames. And so he will face Charlie Condon, Jordan Beck, and Adael Amador. Gonzalez has not pitched more than 6 innings, or checked out more than 5 innings this year, as the first pitch is fouled back to the screen. And it's 0-1. He has gone 5 innings 3 times this season. And the last time it happened was against the Express in this ballpark on June 9th. And so his 0-1, that's high. And that's 1 ball and 1 strike. And he did it twice to begin the season, went 5 innings in each of his first 2 starts and did not do it again for over 2 months. 1-1. That's down and in, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Round Rock had some action in their bullpen, but nobody throwing right now. Express hoping Gonzalez can get through this 6th frame. Here's the 2-1. A swing and a pop-up, this one behind the plate, and it'll end up in the stands. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, Condon, a triple and a homer. He's got the 2 hardest parts of the cycle out of the way. And again, last night it was a triple shy of the cycle. Is the 2-2? That's down, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Has a 9-game hitting streak now, and he is sitting at 19 homers this year. Wind up, and the payoff pitch. He swings away, and he just got another one way out to left. Charlie Condon has 3 home runs in 2 games here at Del Diamond. That's his 2nd of the night. Albuquerque's lead is 5-2. There's home run number 20 of his campaign. Unbelievable what this kid is doing. Well, got a fastball on the inner half, and he leaves the yard again. A triple and 2 homers tonight. Well, here's Jordan Beck. The first pitch from Gonzalez, and Beck chops this foul third base side, and it's 0-1. Well, you knew it right off the bat. There was no doubt it was going to get out of here. Here's the pitch, waved at, and it's 0-2. So 5-2 Isotopes in this top half of the 6th inning. And Charlie Condon has hit his 2nd homer of the night as this ball is bounced to the shortstop. Chest high hop, Rodriguez shuffles his feet and tosses across. And there's 1 away. So Beck grounds out. It brings up Adael Amador. Now there's movement in that Round Rock bullpen. Well, Gonzalez had a stretch there from the end of the 3rd. The first 2 outs of the 5th, where he retired 6 in a row and was cruising along, getting ground ball outs. It's his first pitch here to Amador, and that's a changeup for strike 1. Gonzalez nods his head yes. And the 0-1 pitch. That's high. And it's a ball and a strike. Well, it's the lefty Connor Capel in the on-deck circle here for Albuquerque. As the 1-1. Amador fouls it away, loops it over the screen, and into the Sweets' first base side. So it's 1-2. You'd have to think that if Gonzalez can retire Amador here, that maybe they will let him throw to Capel left on left to try and go 6 frames. Aiden Anderson is warming up in that Round Rock bullpen. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. One up top. And picks up strikeout number 4 of his night. So 2 away, and now Connor Capel walking up to the box. And it looks like Kyle Moore is going to stay in the dugout here, and they're going to let Gonzalez throw to one more as he tries to make it through 6 frames tonight. Well, he's just been bitten by the long ball in this game. 4 home runs, all solo homers. And the first pitch. That's a called strike, and it's 0-1. But he has not issued a walk tonight. And he'll live with these solo homers. Again, it's a 5-2 game. Round Rock still very much in it. 0-1. And out in front, Capel off the end of the bat rolls it foul, and it's 0-2. It's the walks that'll do you in, because then those solo homers turn into 2-run or 3-run shots, and all of a sudden the score looks a lot different than what it is right now. But Gonzalez a pitch away from going 6 frames. Here's the pitch, and Capel reaches for it and fouls it off. We'll have this Dayton Nolan Ryan history in the top of the 7th. We're going to move it over an inning with Gonzalez trying to battle and get through 6 right now. Nods his head yes. And the 0-2. And Capel thought about it, but he'll take down and out. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. Round Rock looking for their 3rd consecutive victory. It'll need to be another comeback win like yesterday. But Express, of course, have not won 3 in a row since April 19th to the 23rd. 1-2 offering. That's down. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. But all these comeback wins for Round Rock, and they had 4 of them in June as the 2-2. And that's off the plate away. It's now 3-2. And you look at what they've done in 1-run games, they've completely turned things around, because for a while there they just could not end up on the right side of these 1-run games. Gonzalez the payoff pitch. And that's outside, ball 4. And there's the first walk of the evening issued by Marco Gonzalez, and that might be all. See if Kyle Moore comes out here to get him, and it looks like he's going to. So Nick Kent will face Aiden Anderson in this top of the 6th. Gonzalez, a valiant effort tonight, did a nice job. 4 solo homers, and early triple from Condon, scored another run. Charlie Condon drove in 3 of the 5 against Gonzalez, but he deserves a round of applause. Nearly goes 6 frames. We'll go ahead and take a break for the pitching change. Round Rock trailing Albuquerque 5-2 in the top of the 6th with 2 outs when we return on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone and the free iHeartRadio app.
Nile Maxwell Jeep Ram, we're always working to serve you better. 40 years ago, I opened my first dealership right here in Central Texas. Since then, we've delivered more Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles than anyone else. While others talk about history, we've been living it. Today, we're still here, still growing, 40 years, and still leading. The Nile Maxwell family of dealerships thanks you for making us part of your journey. And remember,
Nile Maxwell's got the trucks.
At Dell Diamond, every game brings Central Texas together. It's neighbors, families, and fans sharing the excitement of foul balls, fireworks, and Dell dingers. Dell Technologies is proud to power game day for our community.
Start your weekend early with Thrifty Thursday at Dell Diamond, presented by Fire Troll Protection Systems. Save on tickets, food, and drinks at every Thursday Round Rock Express home game. Get tickets today at roundrockexpress.com. Friday, July 3rd, score a widget cap giveaway presented by HEB for the first 2,000 fans at Dell Diamond. Then stick around for Budweiser Friday fireworks after the Express take on Albuquerque. Tickets at rrexpress.com. Still in this top half of the sixth, 5-2 game. Albuquerque has the lead. Man on first with 2 outs. Nick Kent will face Aiden Anderson, the new pitcher, and Aiden will quickly throw over to first. Close play. Back to the bag goes Connor Capel. He just walked with 2 outs to keep this inning alive. Charlie Condon has hit home runs number 19 and 20 of his season tonight. Got 3 homers in 2 games in this series as Anderson's pitch to Kent, and he'll swing right through the slider. It's 0-1. So Aiden Anderson appearing in his 18th game of the year. Anderson on the season of 4.91 earned run average, but it's been a great last month for him. His pitch, and this one cracked on the ground and through the left side. 2 out single for Nick Kent, and now it's first and second for the Isotopes. And it brings up the 9-hitter Brian Betancourt. Anderson, his last outing in Tacoma on June 25th, he was 2 2/3, 3 hits, but he did not allow a run, walked 1 and struck out 1. And that was in game number 2 of the series, where Round Rock had a comeback win. As this first pitch will miss for ball 1. And I take it back. It was game 3 of that series. Anderson, 2 2/3, 3 hits. Again, of scoreless baseball, as his 1-0 to Betancourt is down 2-0. And he entered in that 4th inning, got into some trouble, but worked around it. Then a scoreless 5th and a 1-2-3 6th inning. There was 1 out when he entered in that 4th. Terrific outing for him. Now the 2-0 pitch. And this one's on the inner edge for a strike. And it's 2-1. 5-2 Albuquerque. They've got 2 on with 2 outs. Anderson likes to go with that 4-seam fastball, slider, and sinker combination. He does have a changeup he'll throw to lefties. And the 2-1. A swing and a fly ball to left. Zavala works his way around it. Now underneath. Albuquerque and Round Rock heading to this home half of the 6th on this Wednesday night from Dell Diamond. Express searching for a comeback win. Isotopes have hit 4 home runs tonight. This coming off the heels of what was a 4-homer game yesterday for Albuquerque. And so Jonah Bride will try and get things going against Mason Green, the left-hander, who out of the bullpen has been terrific. Struggled in that 3rd inning as the first pitch. And there's the heater for strike 1. Went through a scoreless 4th inning, issued a walk, but that was the only base runner he allowed in that frame. And then a 1-2-3 5th. And had a different look in his eye at the start of that 5th inning. It was attacking hitters. Now his 0-1. Bride swings and tags this down the left field line. It's hooking and is down and bouncing towards the fence. Jonah will stroll into second. He's got a leadoff double. Hitting .386 this year against left-handed pitching. And he was out in front on that slider. Going to keep that one fair. So it's an extra base hit for Jonah Bride. And Round Rock will have a man on second for John Taylor. A lot of baseball left to be played tonight. The way these Round Rock bats have been going recently, a 3-run deficit has been nothing for them over the last month. First pitch to John Taylor is down and out for ball 1. And now there's action in that Albuquerque bullpen. So they'll get a right-hander loose out there. Just the 3rd hit of the night for Round Rock. 1-0. Taylor swings and chops it foul. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. These two teams here all week long. Big crowds expected on Friday and Saturday. Our Friday fireworks show presented by Budweiser. On Saturday for Independence Day, presented by United Heritage Credit Union. 1-1. Taylor out in front will counts this foul. Again, first base side, and now it's 1-2. 6-game series here with Albuquerque. Round Rock will hit the road next week, 6 in Reno before the All-Star break. A look at second. Stare over there. Now the 1-2, and Taylor chases this one in the dirt. Betancourt will have to make a throw at first. Bride will take off for third. They get the out at first, but that's great base running from Jonah Bride. So he'll advance to third. Taylor strikes out, a drop third strike. Betancourt had to make a throw down to first. He kind of looked at Bride, and as soon as he tossed to first, Jonah the beeline to third. And so it's Orlando Martinez to bat. So now a fly ball can bring a run home here. Martinez 1 for 2, single back in the second inning, line out to left in the fourth. First offering. We'll foul this back, and it's 0-1. It's been a strange game just because of all these homers for Albuquerque. Feels like they should be up by more than just 3 runs right now. But again, all of the home runs tonight have been solo shots here for the Isotopes. And the 0-1. And this one down and away. Betancourt dropped it. They'll roll up the third base line. So it's 1 ball and 1 strike here to Martinez. Martinez 2 for his first 6 since joining this club yesterday. There were some roster moves prior to today's game. We'll get to those here shortly. 1-1. Martinez swings and cracks this straightaway center field. Veen sprinting out, trying to get behind it, and he will, but this will get Bride home. It's a sacrifice fly here for Orlando Martinez, and that great base running by Jonah Bride helps the Express manufacture a run in this 6th. It's a 5-3 game. Train trail it by just 2 now. Second sacrifice fly of the night. Well, there you go, a drop third strike. Bride able to sprint to third on the throw down to first. And it'll cost Albuquerque a run, and we'll get a pitching change. So that's all for Mason Green. Bullpen game tonight for Albuquerque. Green able to provide 3 2/3. He allows 3 runs. We'll take a break for the pitching change. E-Train right now trailing Albuquerque. It's 5-3 as we stay in this home half of the 6th on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone and the free iHeartRadio app.
Love watching the future of baseball? With the Bally Sports Live app, you can stream every minor league baseball game and follow baseball's top prospects anytime, anywhere. Experience minor league baseball like never before. Dive in with real-time enhanced stats, track your favorite players, and play bingo along with every pitch. And the best part? It's completely free. Download the Bally Sports Live app on your phone or connected device to start watching now.
And we get a pitching change. The Isotopes go with right-hander Jeff Criswell. So Criswell takes over. Right on right here. It's Johnson a walk and a strikeout tonight in the first pitch. And that one's above the zone for ball 1. Criswell, 13 appearances, a 7.36 earned run average. 14 2/3 of work this year for the Isotopes. It is 1-0. And Johnson swings and sends this high into the sky, but down the left field line and foul. Just out in front, and it'll be a ball and a strike. Certainly got a hold of that one. So a 1-1 pitch coming up from Criswell. As he'll hold, kick, and fire. It's fouled away, looped over the first base netting and up towards the roof. So a ball and 2 strikes. Criswell, a name that we are familiar with here in the PCL. Saw him back in 2022 with Las Vegas when he made his AAA debut. And then Albuquerque in 23 and 24. Now back here in 26 is the 1-2. And this ball tattooed down the left field line, foul. So Cooper's been out in front on a couple of pitches. Let's see what Criswell goes to here on another 0-2 offering. 5-3 game. Albuquerque has the lead. Round Rock sack flying this 6 to cut into it. 1-2 again. Fastball pops the glove, but above the zone, it's 2-2. That heater at 96. So now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Johnson. Maybe he could turn on one. Criswell kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Got him with a slider, and Johnson will strike out here to end the 6th inning. Express and Isotopes heading to this top half of the 7th inning. 5-3 game. Albuquerque has the lead. 5 runs, 8 hits, and no errors for the Topes. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Express. Aiden Anderson, first pitch to Zach Veen. He'll golf this high into the night sky. Right fielder getting back on it. Hover and in front of the wall. Makes the catch. Baseball's out to right field. Have been dying these first 2 nights of the series. He got that one way up there. Veen thought it was a homer, but Hover has just enough room at the wall that makes the catch. It's up Ryan Ritter. So Ritter is 1 for 3. He singled in the 5th inning. And 5-3 Albuquerque the lead as Aiden Anderson's first pitch is down and in for ball 1. Aiden took over in the last down of that 6th inning. Anderson this season a 4.91 ERA and 17 appearances. His pitch. And that 1-0 over the plate for a strike, and it's 1-1. 29-year-old from Port Arthur, Texas, went to McNeese State, grew up coming to games here at Dell Diamond with his brother Grant. 1-1. Swinging a fly ball to right again. This one out to the middle of right, though. Hover measures it out. Now scampers in a few more steps and makes the catch. 2 quick outs here in this top of the 7th. That brings up Sterling Thompson. So let's get to this date in Nolan Ryan history as we take a look back at July 1st of 1985. It's a 38-year-old Nolan Ryan on the mound. And he would deliver 9 2/3 of work for the Houston Astros against the San Diego Padres. As Anderson, first pitch changeup for strike 1. But he would take the loss. It was on the 124th pitch of the night. Bruce Bochy hit a walk-off homer in the bottom of the 10th. As Anderson pulled this down, and it's a ball and a strike. So Bochy would give the Padres a win over the Astros at Jack Murphy Stadium in San Diego. And here's the quote after the game from Bruce Bochy. As Anderson's 1-1. And this one lined right at the shortstop. Rodriguez able to snare it as he goes into a squat there to catch that low line. So we'll continue this conversation on the other side. It's a 1-2-3-7 for Round Rock's Aiden Anderson out of the bullpen. 5-3 game. Albuquerque still in front on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone and the free iHeartRadio app.
Love watching the future of baseball?
To lead things off, so it'll be 8-9 and 1-2 up for the Express. As they try to get to Jeff Criswell. Just took over to get the last out of the 6th inning. So Albuquerque fueled by the long ball tonight. Round Rock has been fueled by great base running. And they were aided by a balk earlier in the game as well. This pitch from Criswell to Wins, and this one fouled back just above us here in the press box, and it's 0-1. So the E-Train looking for back-to-back comeback wins. And last night, trailed it late, but a John Taylor grand slam gave them the lead for good. The 0-1. And Wins will take a strike. There's a slider at the top of the zone that bends in. And it's 0-2. That one just catching the top rail of the zone. Criswell holds, kicks, and fires. And it's swung on and tapped back to the mound. Right to the chest of Criswell. He'll lob it over to first. Has plenty of time, and Austin Wins is retired here to begin this bottom of the 7th. So we were discussing Nolan Ryan's July 1st outing from 1985. Bruce Bochy with a walk-off homer against Nolan Ryan in San Diego. Bochy's quote after the game, anyone who looks for a breaking ball against Nolan Ryan has got to be nuts. I was looking for the fastball. And Bochy did not start this game. He had entered in the top of the 9th inning after Bobby Brown pinch ran for regular catcher Terry Kennedy. First pitch here to Caber Rodriguez comes up and in. Watch out. Up near his head. And it's 1-0. The homer was Bochy's 3rd of the season. His 1st of the year came against another future Hall of Famer, Steve Carlton, and then his 3rd against Nolan Ryan. And here was the line from John Maffei as a swing and a miss here from Rodriguez, and it's 1-1. On the front page of the North County Times, he wrote, teammates mobbed the big catcher at home plate, lined up bats in the clubhouse pointing toward his locker, and filled his size 8.5 helmet with a 6-pack of light beer. It's a 1-1, and Rodriguez cuts and misses, and it's 1-2. For Nolan Ryan, of course, he went 9 2/3 in this game. He pitched beyond 9 innings 17 times in his career. The 1-2. Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Of course, the outing against Luis Tiant, where he went 13 frames. We just talked about that one about a month ago. That's the one that everybody thinks about. You think of Nolan Ryan going more than 9 innings. But he was 10 strikeouts away from 4,000 in his career after this outing. And Rodriguez just gets a piece and stays alive. Counts 2-2 right now. Ryan finished the night allowing 6 earned on 9 hits. He walked 3 and struck out 7. Winning pitcher that night for San Diego is the 2-2. And Rodriguez bounces this to the 3rd baseman. Kent scoops it up and slings on the move. There's 2 away. Top of the order coming up, Aaron Zavala to bat. Goose Gossage earned the win. Cost a scoreless top of the 10th in relief for San Diego. Aaron Round Rock Albuquerque with a 5-3 lead over the E-Train. And so Criswell kicks and fires. And this first pitch is inside for ball 1. Now, this was the only the 2nd time Bruce Bochy faced Nolan Ryan. And they were teammates for 1 season in 1980. 1-0, and Zavala swings a fly ball to left. The wind's going to carry this. Beck's going back. He's at the warning track. The wall, it's gone! Aaron Zavala, an opposite field homer. It's now a 1-run game. 5-4 now, Albuquerque leads in this home half of the 7th. It's his 5th of the year, and he deserves that after the ball that he blistered last night down the right field line was caught at the fence. So it brings up Trevor Hauver now. A 5-4 game here in this home half of the 7th. First pitch to Hauver, and it's in for strike 1. We've talked about it plenty these first 2 nights. You lift the ball out to left field, and it could carry out. Off the bat, Beck probably thought he'd have a play on it. 0-1. That's outside, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Hoffer has grounded out 3 times to the second baseman. He does have opposite field power, though. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Change-up fooled him, and it's 1-2. Well, this team showing some fight, as we expected. Again, 4 home runs tonight for Albuquerque. It felt like they should be leading this game by more than just a run right now. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Hoffer strikes out, but Aaron Zavala strikes for the Express. It's his 5th of the year, and so they each rain down by a run. Albuquerque with a 5-4 lead as we go to the 8th. He'll take over and face Charlie Condon, who tonight is 3 for 3 with a triple and 2 home runs. And you look at what he's done to start this series. He's got 6 hits. He is 6 for 8 to open up this series with 3 home runs. He's got 5 extra base hits. It's ridiculous what he's been able to do this year. So Teodo, first pitch in for strike 1. Now pitch number 2, and Condon fouls this down the first base side and out of play, and it's 0-2. And he'll have his hands full with the hard-throwing Teodo. Sinker upwards of 100 miles an hour. Go along with a slider around 90 miles an hour. And the 0-2. And that one's low. And so it's a ball and 2 strikes. So this is an intriguing matchup here to begin this top half of the 8th. 2 prospects facing off. 1-2, swing and a miss. There's that slider from Teodo at 91. Makes quick work of Condon. There's the first down of this 8th. Emiliano Teodo this year, it's a 3.96 ERA in 31 appearances. But he's been a different pitcher since the middle of May. And off to a slow start, just struggled with his command. Really couldn't throw that sinker for a strike very often. As the first pitch to Jordan Beck, he'll whiff at it, and it's 0-1. But he has figured some things out. And Teodo has been throwing strikes. It's been the biggest key for him is the 0-1. This is down. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Emiliano looking to throw a scoreless 8th inning here. Round Rock down by a run at 5-4. Aaron Zavala pulled the Express to within 1 with his 7th inning homer as this 1-1 is down, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Teodo's been throwing that slider more than his sinker this season. 2-1. Waved at it, and there's a slider again, and it's 2-2. And early in the year when he was struggling to throw his sinker for a strike, he knew he could command the slider, so he was going to that much more. Threw a pitch 103.1 miles per hour when we were in El Paso on May 22nd. It's the fastest pitch among 2026 full season minor leaguers this year. And the 2-2. It's inside. And so now it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Jordan Beck, 3-run homer in his first at bat of this series, hitless since then, as the payoff pitch is in the dirt, ball 4. So Teodo issues a 1-out walk. And that'll bring up Ariel Amador. Round Rock took the series opener last night, 9-8. And we were mentioning how the Express have been much better in 1-run games, really since the end of May. Express in their last 10 1-run games are 7-3. You compare that, as this first pitch is low for ball 1, to their first 19 1-run games where they were 4-15 this year. They had that tough stretch in early May, just so many 1-run losses in there. But now in these close games, they've been coming out on the right side of it as of late. Beck will run. The pitch is up and away. Johnson's throw down to second. Will get into center field. Beck will get up and head to third. Just getting to the ball now is Martinez. So it's a stolen bag for Jordan Beck. And then an error on the catcher, Johnson. Now Albuquerque has a much-needed insurance run 90 feet away. So Cooper's throw more on the first base side of second. Rodriguez, who was shooting over to try and glove this, just could not get to it. And so now the infield up on the grass here with one away in this top half of the 8th inning. And the pitch. Amador swings a bouncer. First base line foul. Anael Amador tonight has flown out twice to the center fielder. Martinez struck out in the 6th inning. Rylan Cobry with you on this Wednesday night. Dollar hot dogs presented by Smoky Denmark's tonight at Dell Diamond. Every Wednesday home game this year. Now the 2-1. And in there for a strike. I believe that was the changeup. And it's 2-2. You don't see many changeups at 92 miles an hour. It's a pitch he was working on early last year with John Goebel. It's improved immensely. Remember, Teodo missed most of last year with injuries. Is the 2-2, a swing, and this one fouled off the catcher Johnson, and he goes down in a heap. And Cooper on all fours right now. And so now he'll get to his feet here. Try and shake this one off. We're going to show the replay. Just got him on that right thigh. He's all right, though, behind the plate tonight. Josiah Shepard will give him a few extra moments. And how about the night for Josiah Shepard? Neither team has challenged in this game. 2 balls, 2 strikes, infield up on the grass. Beck on third for Albuquerque. The pitch to Amador. And it skips in well out in front of the plate. And Cooper able to slide over and keep that in front. And now it's 3-2. Payoff pitch coming up. Teodo's had to work hard here in this 8th inning. 17th pitch of the frame. Here it is. Amador swings and fists this foul. That one came in on the handle of the bat. And so they'll slowly walk over to that Albuquerque dugout and grab a new bat. They'll ship it up to him from underneath the dugout. So we'll see another 3-2 pitch coming up. Game number 3 of the series tomorrow. Josh Stephen is the scheduled starter for the Express. Albuquerque has yet to name a starting pitcher tomorrow. The case here for most of the series for Albuquerque. And really for Round Rock, they've been TBD for much of the season. It's felt like as of late. As the 3-2, and Amador swings, and he just got a piece of this one, and again Johnson wears it. Round Rock's catcher. This has been a tough inning for Cooper. Takes another foul ball. A late swing from Amador. Just barely makes contact, and again Shepard calling balls and strikes. He's going to take his time here to give Cooper a second to breathe. Teodo with his 9th pitch of this at-bat. No kick and fire. Now swinging a tapper. Teodo comes off the mound. Sprinting home Beck. He'll flip to the catcher. Johnson applies a tag to Beck, who was trying to get back to third. And there's out number 2. A nice job by Emiliano not to panic. Comes off the mound, gloves, and flips to his catcher. And so they get Beck, who was running on contact there. There's now 2 away. Well, Beck stopped about 7 feet before home plate, maybe 8 or 9 feet. And it was Johnson who started running at him. No way he was going to get back to third there. The best hope was to get into a rundown to allow Amador to get to second. So now there's 2 away, and it brings up Connor Capel. Capel 0 for 2 with a walk in this game. 5-4 Albuquerque the lead. Teodo with a throw over to first, and Amador gets back to the bag. Round Rock in the bottom of the 8th inning. We'll have 3, 4, and 5 due up. Diego Castillo, Jonah Bride, and John Taylor. It was Taylor last night in the bottom of the 8th who gave the Express the lead. Teodo's first pitch, and that's up and away for ball 1. And just like last night, Round Rock has not led at any point in this game as we will enter the bottom of the 8th. Teodo trying to just keep it at a 1-run ball game, and you wonder if maybe he could come back out for the 9th inning tonight as the 1-0. That's up and out, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Emiliano Teodo, who began his career as a starter. Remember, last season was the first time that he was going to fully go to the bullpen. And he got off to a tremendous start coming off a great 2025 spring training is 2-0, and he pulls the string with a slider. It's 2-1. But then dealt with injuries in late April, tried to come back. More injuries, and then came back the very end of the season to pitch for the Express. 2-1. And that one's inside. And it's 3 balls and a strike to Capel. Slider there at nearly 90 miles an hour. Three balls and a strike, 2 outs. Top of the 8th and the pitch. That's low ball 4, so a second walk issued in this inning from Teodo. And now Nick Kent will bat, and that will trigger the Round Rock bullpen. There's a right-hander starting to warm up, and Dave Borkowski, Round Rock's pitching coach, will walk out to the mound here and talk with Teodo. 2 on, 2 out in his top of the 8th. He trained down by just a run at 5-4. 2 close baseball games to begin this series. And so Borkowski has a chat with Teodo. Kent, a dangerous hitter, 279 average through 46 games. He's got 10 homers and 37 RBIs. He was out of the lineup yesterday. Played his collegiate baseball at the University of Virginia. Had a great career there. Teodo will now spin around, throw back to second. He bounces it to Taylor, goes into center field. Amador gets up and goes to third, and to second here is Capel. So an error on Teodo. Just spiked that one to his second baseman. Second error of the inning from Round Rock. They're hoping it doesn't come back to bite them here. So it's now second and third. And so Nick Kent bats with 2 on. Teodo kicks, he'll deal. And that's up and in. And so it's 1-0 here. The stretch, and here's the pitch. And that one's in for a strike, and it's 1-1. Off the plate away. Sinker at 100, and it's 2-1. Pitch. A swing and a fly ball to left. Going over to the corner, Zavala. He will chase this down. Aaron Zavala gets on his horse down the line and makes the play. So Emiliano Teodo tosses a scoreless eighth, has to work hard to do it. Get some help from Aaron Zavala. Diego Castillo to lead things off for Round Rock. 3, 4, and 5, 2 up for the Express. So Castillo will face the right-hander Jordan Romano, who we saw last night in the 8th inning, and his first pitch is in for strike one. And it was John Taylor who had a grand slam off of him in the 8th inning last night. Round Rock hung on in the 9th for a victory. The 0-1. Castillo swings and tops this foul. And he falls behind. It's 0-2. So 5-4 Albuquerque as we begin this home half of the 8th. The Express have hung around tonight. 4 home runs for the Isotopes, but all of them have been of the solo variety. Castillo will get the 0-2. And it bounces in. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. 4th pitcher of the night here for the Isotopes. They are thin on pitching right now. It's another bullpen game. Romano throwing in back-to-back games here for Albuquerque. It was 2/3 of an inning yesterday. 1 hit, 1 run. Bases were loaded when he entered, and it was Taylor who went deep into the right center field bullpen. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss and a strikeout for Castillo. It's the first time he's done that in the last 10 games. So a rare K for Castillo, and there's 1 down. Brings up Jonah Bride. Jonah's had a productive night. A double and a walk. Scored a run in that 6th inning. Romano kicks up and the pitch. And Bride will take a breaking ball for strike 1. Jonah, 9 home runs this year. 7 of them, though, have come against left-handed pitching. Got a right-hander on the bump here. Romano's 0-1. That's upstairs, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. For Romano this year at the AAA level, it's 7 2/3 of work, 4 earned runs. No kick and deal. And this one's up and in. And so the count moves to 2 balls and a strike. Well, Romano this season, 11 appearances for the Angels, had a 10.13 ERA. 2-1. And goes with a breaking ball for a strike, and now it's 2-2. Romano will step off the back of the mound. The 33-year-old out of Oral Roberts, drafted by the Blue Jays in the 10th round in 2014. His 2-2 offering. A breaking ball that spins away, and the count moves to 3-2. 13th professional season for Romano. His payoff pitch. Bride swings. It's a fly ball to left. Beck going back. Reaches up and at the wall. Makes the catch. Jonah just missed his 10th of the year. So there's 2 away now in this bottom of the 8th. Jonah Bride gives one a ride, but Jordan Beck gets back on it, and it brings up John Taylor. Well, there's been a few of those the last couple of days. First pitch here to Taylor, and he'll take a strike, and it's 0-1. That one just kind of died late off the bat. Looked like it might get out of here. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Then it's 0-2. Well, it was a breaking ball last night that Taylor lifted over the fence in right off Romano. Said it was not the pitch he was looking for. 2 outs, nobody on. 5-4 Albuquerque has the lead. Romano kicks and delivers. And Taylor swings, hits this one to the opposite field. Beck going back again at the warning track, leaps up, and this ball is caught. So Beck makes the play in left field. He jumps up at the wall.
Good food makes it better. Rudy's is the go-to for me and the crew. No frills, just real Texas barbecue done right. Brisket, ribs, cream corn, that famous sauce. It's like a little piece of home when you're...
Luis Curvelo takes over, and his first pitch to Brian Betancourt is in for strike one. 5-4 Albuquerque as we start this top of the ninth. Curvelo kicks in the 0-1. That's low, and so it's 1 ball and 1 strike. So both Jonah Bride and John Taylor nearly get one out of here in that bottom of the 8th to tie the game, but Jordan Beck gets back on both baseballs as the 1-1. And Betancourt out in front, flails at the sinker, and it's 1-2. So now it's Curvelo's turn for Emiliano Teodo. Scoreless inning, but he had to work around trouble. Teodo did not allow a hit in that 8th inning, but he did walk 2, struck out 1 as the pitch, and Betancourt cuts and misses. So Curvelo begins his outing with a strikeout. 1 away, and it brings up Zach Veen. Teodo tossed in 28 pitches, 14 of them for a strike. So now Veen, the left-handed bat, will step in from that left-hand side of the box. Curvelo ready to go right now. Luis coming off a couple of tough outings in Tacoma last week. On the season, it's a 9.45 ERA as his first pitch, and Veen out in front, right by him. It's 0-1. This is his 15th appearance with the Express, but in 2 outings against the Rainiers, it was a combined inning and 2/3 as Veen, similar looking swing right by him. It's 0-2. And he allowed 5 earned runs in those inning and 2/3. 0-2. Bounces in, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Curvelo, who's been up in the big leagues for 8 appearances this season. 7.56 earned run average while with Texas. Last time he was up June 12th in Boston. 1-2. And that's high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Zach Veen has been kept quiet tonight. He is 0 for 4 in this game. I've seen that from him very often this year. And the 2-2. Swings and fouls it off his foot. Crumples over in the box there. Two balls and 2 strikes to Veen. He's going to need a second here. Luis Curvelo, who signed a major league deal with the Rangers going into last season, the 25-year-old from Venezuela, and made his big league debut last season against the team that he grew up with, the Seattle Mariners. 2-2. And Veen fouls this down the third base side and out of play. And so the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 5-4 Albuquerque in the lead, 1 away in this 9th. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Veen out in front. Back-to-back strikeouts here for Curvelo. We'll bring up Ryan Ritter. Ritter is 1 for 4. He singled in the 5th inning. Extended his on-base streak to 45 games, 4th longest active streak in minor league baseball, as Curvelo first pitch slider for strike 1. Again, no challenges from either side tonight. So Josiah Shepard wins the night, throwing balls and strikes. He's been phenomenal. 0-1, and that's high, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Curvello punches out the first two he sees. Round Rock in the bottom of the ninth will have 6, 7, and 8 due up. And the 1-1. It's rolled foul third base side, so it's 1-2. Slider has been effective tonight for Curvello. These hitters have been off balance. The hold near his shoulders and the 1-2. A swing and a high fly in foul territory, first base side. Catcher Johnson backpedaling and makes the catch. So 1-2-3, top of the ninth for Round Rock's Luis Curvello. And now the Express will look for a walk-off win. Yesterday, they trail it going to the bottom of the ninth. Tonight, they won last night's ball game. They need a comeback win to make it 3 straight. So TJ shook the new arm, and the first pitch to Orlando Martinez. And this one will just miss off the plate for ball 1. So Martinez tonight has a hit in this game, is a big swing, and it's by him 1-1. He singled back in the second inning, also had a sac fly in the 6th, so he's 1 for 2. Right-hander will wind, and the 1-1. That skips in, and it's 2 balls and a strike. So TJ Shook, the University of South Carolina product, originally from Columbia, South Carolina, made his big league debut this year. 3 appearances for the Rockies. And the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Martinez late on that fastball at 93. And it's now 2-2. This season with Albuquerque, he owns 7 saves. Got 20 saves in his minor league career as the 2-2. And that pitch is inside, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Looking for a base runner here to start off this bottom of the ninth. Payoff pitch coming up from Shook to Martinez. No kick and deliver. And that's down ball 4. So Martinez with a leadoff walk. And now the winning run will come to the box. So Cooper Johnson stands in. Cooper Johnson last year in St. Paul provided one of the best moments of the season. A 9th inning homer on the road. Shook's first pitch. Johnson will take a called strike, and it's 0-1. A go-ahead 2-run homer in the top of the 9th in St. Paul as Round Rock would hang on to win it. They provide another big moment here. The 0-1. Fouls it back, takes a big cut, and it's 0-2. Again, Albuquerque 5, Round Rock 4. Bottom of the 9th inning, Orlando Martinez just walked to start things off. Cooper is 0 for 2 tonight. He walked back in the 4th inning. Wind's blowing out to left field tonight. And the 0-2 reaches for it and fouls it back. Well, has to be scary if you're Shook, because we've seen fly balls tonight just carry out of here that have not been hit very well. The set and the 0-2. A breaking ball, got him looking. Throws him there, went to the sweeper. And so it's a strikeout for Shook. And now Austin Wins will bat. Right on right here. First pitch. Wins gets jammed and fouls it back. Fastball at 93. Well, Wins homered in last night's series opener. His first as a member of the Express. Short lead off the bag right now for Martinez. He's the tying run, the 0-1. And he swings and lines this down the right field side, but foul. It's 0-2. Cutter up and away, tried to go with the pitch. But now shook ahead, 0-2. Additional leadoff walk to Orlando Martinez. He's on first. We got Caber Rodriguez in the on-deck circle. And the 0-2. Breaking ball down, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Well, Wins is 6 for his first 15 since joining this club. Hits in all 4 games. The stretch. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Shook went to a changeup. Wins goes to a knee. And Albuquerque and out away from a Wednesday night victory here at Dell Diamond. So it'll be up to Caber Rodriguez. Caber's 0 for 2. He walked back in the 3rd inning. So Rodriguez steps in the box in the first pitch. And he'll swing and miss. Great sweeper here from Shook. Round Rock hitters have just been off balance to begin this 9th inning. There's the set in the 0-1. Down and away. Catcher Betancourt coming up as if he's going to throw down to first, but back to the bag goes Martinez. Round Rock stir up some magic here in this bottom of the 9th, down by a run. And the 1-1. And it's fouled out of play, sails down that right field side, and the Express down to their last strike. Well, here you go, another 1-run game. And again, the Express have been on the right side of these as of late. They need Caber Rodriguez to battle here to keep this game going. And the 1-2. That's high, 2 balls and 2 strikes. This crowd will make some noise. 2-2, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th inning. The pitch, a swing and a high fly to left, moving back on it is Beck to the warning track, to the wall, gone! Walk-off homer! Caber KOs Albuquerque! 6-5 the final! Caber Rodriguez with the Gatorade bath in front of home plate. Round Rock stuns Albuquerque down to their last strike. Rodriguez goes into the Round Rock bullpen. Another comeback win for the E-Train. Unbelievable, down to their last strike, and the Express walk it off.